Yo, what is up, my rebels? Today we're going to be talking about our top 5 wrestlers in the 149-pound weight class. Let's go right into the video. At number 5, we got Max Murin from Iowa. Last year he was competing at 141 because 149 was Pat Lugo's weight for Iowa. Really good wrestler, was the number 1 guy there. So that's why he was at 141. Ended up taking the 7th seed at the NCAAs. Was All-American, got 5th at the Big Tens, won the Midlands, opened the season with I think 10 or 11 win streak, had an overall record of 16-3, and he was 9-2 against ranked opponents, and then finished off being the 3rd ranked guy, and yeah, was a pretty good wrestler last year. I think he probably could have gotten top 6 at the NCAAs, even in 141 pounds, but since he is moving up to 149, he hasn't wrestled there yet for his whole entire college career. That's why we got him as low as number 5 here, but probably will go up by the time the season ends. At number 4, we got Boo Llewellyn, redshirt senior from Oklahoma. Last year went 21-2, 14-2 in duels. Ended up taking the number 1 spot at 149 pounds for a pretty long stretch of the season, and then won the Big 12s as well. But then later took on 2 losses and finished out the season being the number 5 seeded guy going into the NCAAs. And then the year before that, took a medical hardship redshirt after getting injured after I think only 4 matches. But then the year before that, the guy actually was an NCAA All-American and had a pretty good record of 23-4. And at number 3, we got Brock Mahler from Missouri. Last year as a sophomore was an NCAA qualifier at 149s, first team All-American as well, and was an MAC champion. Finished his season 29-1, which led his team for wins, and had 6 major decisions, a few techs and pins along the way. And then the year before that, as a freshman, was a NCAA All-American, took 6th, and also an MAC champion. But we do not have him in the top 2. And then at number 2, from NC State, we got Austin O'Connor. Last year ended up going 25-1, pretty good winning percentage of 9.961, and was the number 2 seed at the NCAAs. Also won the ACC championship at 149, went 13-0 in dual meets, 5-0 in ACC dual meets, and then it was a runner-up at the Midland championships after losing to number 1 guy Pat Lugo. But we do have him here at number 2 because he has beaten Brock Mahler, our number 3 guy on this list. And then at number 1, we got Ohio State's Sammy Sasso, a really good wrestler who's a redshirt sophomore. Last year was the number 3 seed for the NCAAs. Went 24-3, and then got to the title bout at the Big Tens, where he ended up taking a loss to Pat Lugo. But then later avenged it later on in the season. Ended up beating Pat Lugo and ended up beating Brayton Lee as well, the number 1 and 4 guys, which is why we have him over Austin O'Connor, because he has actually beaten that number 1 guy in that common opponent type of list. He also was a UWW Junior Freestyle National Champion, and pretty good wrestler in both freestyle and folk style. He is only a sophomore, so he does lack that type of experience that a lot of these other guys have, but this weight class is not as deep as the other ones, so really anyone could win this matchup. Haven't seen a lot of these guys wrestle each other either, so it really is kind of a weird weight class compared to the other one. But yeah, it's going to wrap up our video ranking the top 5 guys at 149 pounds. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and stuff for more wrestling content like this. Peace.